Hey guys, and welcome. My name's NG Paradox, and we're back, of course, with Prince Gerald Darkstar. We are of the night. Now, I've actually been looking over some of the comments, actually, from the last few videos, and I have to say, I completely agree with the idea of Dawn going for independence. I think the Danes trying to go for Dawn, raising the star high for the Dawnish people, I think that makes a lot of sense, but it still doesn't go against what I was planning to do, like I said. Just because I was going for the Iron Throne by marrying this girl, doesn't mean I'm not also going to possibly go for independence. The idea really for the girl is that it's kind of like, you know, buy one, get one free. It kind of gives us the choice. We can either, if we have an opportunity, go for the Iron Throne, which would be really nice, or, if, you know, we don't even need that, it could be great leverage. It could be a great leverage piece to have for us against her family. Something Darkstar, I think, would probably do. So I think it's really nice to have her with us and for us to use her rather than someone else to use her. Also, trying to mess with the royal family is really good because it kind of keeps them in disarray. And hopefully then that will help us get independence or go for the Iron Throne. I don't think Darkstar is really that picky, so either one would be great. I would prefer independence. I think that one is the best choice. But I don't think Gerald Darkstar is going to be particularly picky. He's going to get what he can get. Then again, though, he's probably going to die soon. He's 60. But then again, I used to say that about Duran Martel, that he would die soon, and he never would. So maybe he'll last forever. But with his lunacy and his gonorrhea, I don't think he's going to last long. So other Danes down the line might change their mind. So that's how I feel about that. Also, people will mention stuff about, you know, bastards and how Dawnish people don't mind bastards and whatnot. Yes, I do know that. I do know the Danish like bastards. You know, they are more likely to have a paramour. But it doesn't mean all of them are completely up for it. There is still obviously some discontent, a little bit, but it's just less in Dawn. So, for example, the idea of paramours. Obviously, they're more likely to have a paramour, but some couples obviously probably are against it in Dawn. It just means it's not just a widespread thing where everyone just has paramours and sleeps with everyone. That's something I feel it would be in the TV show, and that's something I feel the TV, they just made Dawn really, I don't really want to talk about the TV show when it comes to Dawn, but if you've only watched the TV show about Dawn, please just, you know, whatever you learn about Dawn, just ignore the TV show. It's absolutely ridiculous the way they portrayed it. Not completely ridiculous, obviously. Oh, maybe at least he was in a wheelchair, Duran Martel. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, the idea is that generally people are more accepting of those things. They, you know, sex and stuff is not such, you know, a strict thing. They think it's kind of, you know, a good thing in a way. Blah 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 blah. They're not as prudes as maybe some other people. But it doesn't mean all of them are. Some of them obviously would be prudes. It's like they're everywhere. It's the same thing with the Ironborn. People always go how the Ironborn are very 2D when it comes to their culture, but then you have, like, you know, I guess he's dead, but obviously you have the Reader. I've forgotten his first name. What was his first name? I can't remember. There we go, Roderick. That was it, Roderick the Reader. A man who's maybe not one really to go out on battle, but read books. You know, you're gonna have that everywhere. So I just want to point that out, because remember, with Darkstar, a bastard could get in the way of what he wants to do, especially when we marry my daughter for genetics and she has children with other men. That's more what I was talking about. But yeah, just saying, I understand the cultures, I've read the books. You know, when you're telling me that stuff, don't think I haven't thought about it. I normally have. But I do like to obviously get your guys' points of view on my decisions and my reactions. I think that's really useful sometimes, because sometimes I do make a mistake or not notice something, such as the independence thing. I was concentrating on talking a bit too much about taking the Iron Throne, when actually I should have talked a bit more about going for independence, but I wasn't ignoring that. It was just at the time I was a bit preoccupied with the idea of it. Because it does make sense. If we can weaken them in any way at least, then it then gives us more opportunity to get independence. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously. With me and my wife going at the moment, one of us is going to die first, probably me, and that's going to affect how obviously things go with our daughter. You know, if the AI will play as her, or if I get to play as her before she takes Dawn. That'd be interesting. But I like her. I think she's very similar to her father, which I think probably is a good thing for us. She's a bit envious, though, which probably could cause some interesting paths for us to go down, or having interesting conflicts with people. The Tourney of Hellholt will come. I'm an old man. I need entertainment now that we have this power. You know, we can now enjoy ourselves a little bit. Like I say, Darkstar does want more, but he knows he's an old man. he doesn't have much time probably to get anything else unless chaos erupts. We're going to decline. And I obviously can't see the factions for the Iron Throne. I'm not really involved with the Iron Throne that much. There's a rumor in King's Landing that one of the nobles might be corrupt. Then use it as you see fit. Might as well. Here in King's Landing, High Septon tried to silence me by sending some thugs to kill me. Well, this High Septon is not, yeah. The High Septon said thugs to kill her. I'll go ahead and spread rumors about his corruption. Well, yeah. He's obviously a little bit corrupt. That's under the north. This is underneath him, obviously. Captain Leo Boggs of the Warrior's Son. The able one. I guess he is cruel and ambitious. That's probably why he's gotten a bit more crazy and whatnot. My nephew is paired with Sir Lauren Dolt in his next joust. After many tilts, Sir Darren was eventually unhorsed. Ah, my nephew, come on. You've won a tourney before. This guy, he's got nothing. Then again, you got wounded. I guess the guy got a lucky hit, and he got wounded. Franklin was paired with Darren Penhollow. Darren was unhorsed. Franklin was declared the winner. Go, my son. 19 years old. He's got his hair across his eye. Oh, Castos, my disinherited son. You know, in some ways, you know, you could look at it in a couple of ways of why Gerald, you know, disinherited it. Some people said I shouldn't have disinherited him and stuff. And I was pointing out that even if you don't think he would do it because of, you know, him going against him, but, you know, because they might say, oh, it's not a big deal, maybe Dornish won't care as much. But really, I think Gerald would still care. You know, he wanted to marry him off for political gains. He wanted to marry him off for his ambitions. That's what Gerald cares about. So by him going against that, that's kind of him spitting in the face of Gerald. I don't think Gerald would stand for that. And secondly, obviously, what was my second point? Oh yeah, you know, Gerald, I don't think particularly cares about true love. He just cares about himself, and so he doesn't care what his son does. But also, his son has been kind of disappointed. So by disinheriting him, it takes him out of the inheritance and allows Franklin to step up a little bit, because obviously his father prefers Franklin a lot more. So there's a couple of reasons why he might have done it. Not just maybe the one I concentrated on when I was talking about it. Was declared the winner. My nephew's eliminated as a result. My nephews aren't doing a good job. Castos was paired. Castos was declared the... Castos won a fight? That Craver. I mean, he's a Craver. I guess it's not a real fight. But still. Franklin was paired with Pate Brightsmith. Franklin won. I didn't get to see that person. Castos was paired with Sir Alaric Jordian. Sir Alaric was declared the winner. He's also a Craven. Craven versus Craven. The battle for the ages. Timoth Dolt. Ooh, he beat Timoth Dolt. Another good win for my son. I think my son's the last Dane in this tournament. This is quite a big... You know, this is a big family in Dawn. With Alaric Jordan. And he beats Alaric, the man who beat his brother. So Alaric was unhorsed. Yeah, we already saw that. I think that was the same one we just saw, wasn't it? This seems to be the same man. My son Franklin was paired with Sir Jerris Weil in his next joust. Franklin was unhorsed. I mean, he's a skilled fighter. He's a duelist. He's pretty good. I guess my son came second? Yeah, after many tilts, only 2 knights remained. He got to the final. That was impressive, son. You know what? You proved me today that you're a good fighter. Your father is proud, son. Go forth. Are you pregnant? She's not pregnant. She needs to have babies. You have a baby? No baby from you. So we have no legitimate grandchildren apart from this Leah Dane, who's disinherited. My young daughter-in-law has finished her education. Ooh, she's become very good at intrigue. If we can get her to like Franklin, she could, or like us, she could be really useful actually as well. Her stats are not too bad. Prince Theon. He's a favor with Iron Queen. Oh. My daughter arrived at my court. Getting Lord Reaver fired in the process. Okay. So Theon's getting involved in intrigue with his sister. My son-in-law finishes education. Interesting he went with Negotiator. Got some good diplomacy there. A little bit of intrigue. He's not terrible at anything. He's just not that great at anything apart from diplomacy. But that could be good for her. You know, she's going to be the Princess of Dawn. She probably needs some good diplomacy. She needs some good friends and whatnot. Having his diplomacy for her might be useful. New treasurer will get Manfrey. This guy is a strong vassal, though. We'll get Manfrey for now. Collect taxes. Get those taxes. We have no kids that need to be trained. Let's go for trained troops. Castos. Train those troops. I mean, I don't think the daughter is old enough. She's only 1, yeah. He has lots of time. Ah, my co-conspirator says that... Does that mean that the King Lorien of the Iron Throne will die by poisoned wine? Classic. I completely forgot we were trying to kill him. I hadn't looked at that for a while. We got quite lucky when it's come to assassination attempts. So if he dies, it puts a 10-year-old, slow child in charge of the Iron Throne. And if he dies, my son's wife would be the inheritor of the Iron Throne. So there you go. There's a good chance there we could get what we want if he dies. If I get found out, though, I'm going to be in trouble. But then again, I can be protected by my wife. So by not being his direct vassal, I'm kind of protected. And, you know, my daughter hopefully won't be affected by that. Ah, failure. King Lorien of the Iron Throne did not drink the wine, but was unable to uncover the conspiracy. We got lucky there. Then again, it might be better for his wife to have a child, because then that child would be 0 years old. There you go. But she won't inherit. Oh, because it's, yeah. This is the bastard daughter he had. Margelle Waters, but here we go. Prince Alec Lannister. Grandson of Lord Paramount Martin the Wicked. Oh yeah, the Pain, actually, yeah. The new Paramounts and the former Paramounts, I guess, the Lannisters. Yeah. So that should be good, though, if we kill him, because I'll have a massive regency. That might cause a bit more instability, and give us a chance to go for independence. Possibly. I say, we just want to cause more chaos at the moment. That's what really matters for us at the moment. Isn't it, Darkstar? That's right, I'm Darkstar. I'm sorry. My daughter's not pregnant. His wife's pregnant. Good job there, Franklin. Good job. He's doing pretty nicely. If only my daughter could just have a child. You know, a son or well, I guess a son or daughter, doesn't matter. With attractive, you know, quick and agile. Be amazing. And even more money. Good, good, good. Can never have too little money. Let's just increase the time. There's no point in us going that slow. We're kind of just waiting to die out at the moment because I can't directly control the Dawn. Yes, I'm just waiting for me or my wife to die really for us to kind of push our family forward. My prisoners come out of a dark cell. Huh. We'll just let her rot. I don't think Gerald particularly cares. He'll just forget about her. And all the other children. Unless we could rant to... Oh my... The Queen! The Queen is involved in this plot. Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I mean, I thought the Pains were meant to be very close to them. Maybe it's just maybe it's not a Pain thing. It's more just a personal thing of hers. He had a son called Gerald Dane. You are just trying to get all the ticks, aren't you, Franklin? Naming your son after me. God, he is just trying to get me to love him so much. He obviously wants to get my daughter disinherited, so then he can then be the... Oh! There we go. I died before my wife. We knew it was coming. Gerald got what he wanted, though. He got a crown at least upon his head. May have not been the grandest of crowns, but, you know, at least he could style himself in a royal way. It's what he always wanted. We actually did it. I'm very happy about that. His diet now falls to you to decide whether to make your funeral a big and special event, or keep it small and private. Yeah, honoured with a funeral. Who should you like to invite to the funeral? Just the Dane. All the lords and ladies of the realm. Yeah, we're going to make it just a big one. My father was the Prince of Dawn, and I will soon be the Princess of Dawn. So, we must have a big one for everyone. His wife may have been in, you know, the actual owner of Dawn, but he was the man behind the woman. He was. So Lord Gerald has taken his last breath at age 62. He died of gonorrhea. Guilty of the sin of pride, he wanted everyone to know of his greatness. Yeah, that sounds about right. A wicked man, Gerald will surely pay for his sins in the afterlife. That sounds about right for Gerald, yeah. Lady Elia, being a talented military tactician, we expect her to lead us to many victories on the field of battle. Long live Lady Elia. Well, here we go. So we're now playing as Lady Elia Dane. We are envious. We're authoritative. We're honest and brave. Okay, so she's authoritative and brave, so she knows how to work a room, how to get people to follow her. But she's also very honest. She tells people what she thinks, and she can also be envious. She wants what others have. And she's attractive, of course. She was also a twin in the past, at one point. 26 and still not pregnant. But we do have a bastard daughter. I wonder if I can legitimize her. I can legitimize her. So that might be a possibility. We'll see how things go for her. There's nothing for me saying she would definitely legitimize her now, after all these years. Yeah, there's nothing saying she definitely would, so we'll see how things go. If she has no other kids, she might. But yeah, I don't see anything particular about her character that would say she has to do that. But yeah, we'll see how things go for this. There's a possibility we might legitimize our daughter. Let's say, you might say, oh, but this is Dawn, they don't mind bastards. Remember, actually, if I remember correctly, let me check. Yeah, Oberyn Martell has never legitimized his daughters, which is why they're all called the Sands, you know, Sand Snakes. They actually were never legitimized, so they might, you know, still not be fond. They might still be okay with people having bastards and stuff. They might see it as, like, not too big a thing, not an evil thing, as other people might see it. But at the end of the day, they also don't always legitimize them. They still follow the laws of the inheritance of the whole of Westeros normally. Doesn't mean they don't, obviously. Let's say it's just, you gotta think there's always, you know, exceptions to the rule. It's not always just because you're one culture doesn't mean you always do that thing. I would like to appoint you a seat on the council as an advisor. Well, thank you, my mother. Thank you indeed. And soon I will be the Princess of Dawn. My brother is my heir, Franklin. That actually wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be too bad to be them. Especially if we did end up going for the Iron Throne. We got a budget deficit, though. Pick a character focus. Well, I guess because she's brave and she's a military tactician, she might go for hunting. She's also envious. She's not a bookish one, I don't think. Not particularly religious, I would have thought, because, you know, she did obviously have an affair at some point. Family, carousing. Was it an affair? Was it before or after they got... I can't remember anymore. Seduction? Nah, she's not... Maybe because of her authoritativeness, she might find it... She can just feel like she does what she wants, and because she's envious, she wants other things. Intrigue... I wouldn't say she's over-intrigued. You know, her intrigue isn't even that high. So I wouldn't even say she's intrigued like her father. He's not like someone who obviously goes around trying to just kill people as much as possible. Only if she needs to, I think. But her honesty maybe holds her back a bit. Rulership. I guess hunting or rulership is what... Let's go for hunting, just because I feel like she's a bit of a badass. Let's go for that then. And council positions. With a new ruler comes a new council. Franklin would probably be the best Castellan. Let's go for the other slots then. Garth Greenfield. Though Franklin would be good for this. Franklin, how about you be the Justiciar then? There's no point making my husband it, because obviously his stats already get added on. Improve relations or fabricate a claim. No point improving relations with my mother. Probably just make sure Ulla likes us, because he's the most powerful man. If we have Ulla by our side, we should be pretty good. Master at Arms, he's obviously the best. He's simply the best. Down, 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 down. Okay. My brother's wife. Yeah, she probably would be the best one. I guess we're not going to kill the king after all, either. Let's just make sure no one's trying to kill me. I think she'd be a bit worried because she's just taken over. She knows that people can, you know, get a bit picky when it comes to a new ruler. So, okay, then. We could pick... No point picking Garth, makes no difference. We're just going to pick Ronald, because he's a Dane and he is a vassal, so keeping him on the council does make him quite happy. Ronald's still alive. Wow, his kids must have been waiting for a long time. He's already got a whole set of his own kids. Wow. Alaric Dane. What a big family we have. The invitation has been sent, and all the lords and ladies of the realm are to come to the funeral. The guests will arrive soon. We need a new ambition. Build a war chest. Probably not. Become a knight. You know, I think she would like to become a knight. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I think she wants to become a knight. You might say, oh, why don't you choose to have a son or whatever, because that can increase your fertility and whatnot. I'm choosing what I think my character would pick in their position. I think she wants to be a knight. I think, just like her father, she wants to be known for her greatness. But she finds that no one does, because they think, because she's a girl, they're like, oh, you know, she's a girl, she can't be a knight, but she's a skilled fighter and brave. She should be able to become a knight. Spend enough on the food, because we don't have much money right now. Nope, we won't support you. We don't have much money, so yeah. Let the feasting commence. Here in Starfall, 2 of your courtiers at the feast have brought a dispute before you to settle. The inheritance of some small property in Starfall is unclear, and Megan and Master Manfrey both claim it is theirs. It is left to you to settle who shall be declared the heir to this land. Interesting. Megan. Wasn't she the spy master for my father? I find in favour of Megan. He gains 50 gold. It's about 50 gold, basically. Of Master Manfrey. His clearest property legally reverts to Starfall. Now, I do kind of need this money. It would be nice, but we are honest. So honestly, it's probably not ours. Yeah, it's probably not ours, honestly. But whose is it really? We can't know. We'll give it to Megan. She used to be the spy master for my father, I think. Why do I think that? Or was it her mother? For some reason I feel like she was. I don't know. But anyway, whoever, it's not a big deal for me. Some of my guests have not seemed satisfied with the food. Of course you weren't, because I didn't give you the stupid money. The funeral. As the Silent Sisters finish the preparations of the deceased, the body of Lord Gerald III is brought to the local sept and laid atop the altar at its centre. Father. He is now really of the night. He goes up into the night. Canopic jars of ornate designs are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes. And so it is done. Got a lot of prestige there and whatnot. Shut the gates. What's disease like? Not much disease, which is nice. That's a nice difference for now. Oh, wow. That Dothraki Sea is pretty big. Huh. War against Archon of Lorath. Wait. Just his war against him. So what is he fighting for? Is he trying to take the whole of Lorath? Oh my god, Cahor is gone. I didn't even notice that. He invaded Cahor. Okay, this Dothraki man, 59 years old. He's a bit old. He's already begun. He's already had a big impact by invading Cahor. That was unexpected. Bravos, though, might be able to hold them back. How many men do they have? 26,000 men. I don't think that's enough. 49,000 men, yeah. Wow. Is anyone protecting Lorath? Lorath could be screwed here. Yeah, it's just Lorath on its own. 9,000 men. Well, it looks like the Dothraki are going to invade Lorath as well. Because it didn't say invasion, but maybe they don't have the invasion war. Maybe it's something a little different. It's called something different, maybe. He just had the war against them, so I'm assuming he's taken their land. But I'm assuming, of course. Pregnant? Nope. My liege, I've tried to make the Master of Brimstone realize what benevolent, peaceful ruler you are, but you're an idiot. And you failed me. Your wife has not had another child. How old is she? 22. My coffers are empty, but the faith is rich. Maybe I should seize properties to repay my debts. Well, she is authoritative and envious. So she might be envious of the money they have, and she's willing to, you know, be authoritative. She's not scared of them. And honesty probably wouldn't affect this. Fat Septon sees them. That could affect our relations with them. Force the faith to share the costs. Will not be silent when the church laws are violated. Against the trait ruthless. Is imprisoned. Compromise with them to find money. I think... It's going to be one of these two. I think one of the 2 million. I don't think he's going to go that far. Times are harsh. Force the faith to share their costs. I think it might be that one. I think it might be that. Times are harsh. Force them to pay up. That gives us back our money. There we go. So now we're back in the green, I guess you say, which is good. Oh, Bella Martel was hanged. So there goes one of the other sand snakes. How many sand snakes remain? There's actually still a few sand snakes left, actually. There's 3 of them. They're the only ones left. Ah, Martels. Only 4 living members of the whole Martel clan. And that's her. So there's 3. I guess it's those 3 sand snakes and her. She got married to the normal marriage. So that means... that could just be it. Yeah, Meadows. Ooh, that'd be nice. That will help us against claimants against us. Let's see if Oberyn... they kept their names. They might have got married or something and changed their names. Yeah, she changed her name, so there's one other Martel somewhere. There's a Martel somewhere. I will find them, and I will kill them. Or not. Who got this land? I know, someone got that land, so there's definitely one of a Martel remaining. Let's have a quick look at this. I find it this way. Yeah, Ellie has changed. So 1, 2... Alright, I think all her kids are dead. That one's dead. Tristan. They're of a different dynasty. Ashara is of a different dynasty. Casso. Elia. They are, of course, yeah. They're obviously gone. Don't know why I clicked on that. We'll let that go by. Time go by. Now his daughter's dead. Who is left? Oh. Oh, okay, she's left. The Princess Pass. Okay, so there's kind of a Martel on that side of the family. She's married to Manwoody, which is fine, because he's a good friend of ours. I've offered a seat on the Conclave. Okay, well, we need a new Maester then. I think we're going to have to end this part here. We're going to end this part with... Ooh. Was that the same one? I think it was just the same. Yeah, it was the same sand snake. Yeah, I just hadn't unclicked that. Join me for a small gathering of friends. Ronald the Firm Star. Of course I will come. Yeah, I think she'll go. He's fine with that. And we got a new Maester. Let's see what he is like. So he's a Northman. Maester Jory. Okay, his father was just a lowborn, thick person. But there's nothing particularly special. His stats are okay, I guess. It's not terrible. But we'll leave it there. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We're now Elia Dane. We finally lost Gerald Darkstar. Where will she go? What will she do when she becomes the Princess of Dawn? Will she be able to get independence? I'll have to wait and see. There are some possibilities here. There's definitely possibilities, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll see you guys in the next part.